Hi, everyone. It's Sherry Truler with Red Apple Auctions. I don't have my normal setup as I'm on the road, so I'm going to do a short video on an important topic, but rest assured, I'm going to be revisiting this subject in the months to come. So if 2020 was the year of the virtual gala, 2021 is really the year of the hybrid gala. But hybrid means a lot of different things. And I wanted to at least run down through three concepts that I'm working with my clients about right now. These events are to be happening in the fall, and I have no doubt that between now and these events that we may even see some changes take place. But this is where our head is right now. So the first hybrid event that we're talking about is an event whereby I would be in the room with a smaller number of guests, probably 100, maybe 150. And that's an event that's usually 400 to 500 guests, to give you an idea. So I'd be with a smaller group of people in that room, and we would have a mini event, if you will. I would have a live auction. We would have a raise the paddle. While that is happening, guests at home would be watching a pre-recorded gala at the same time. So when it came time to give to the Fund a Need at the end of the night, I'd be asking my guests in the room to make a donation, and then the guests at home watching the pre-recorded event would also be making a donation. So, theoretically, the next day you would have a big pool of money from donations that came both from in the room and from out of the room. So two completely separate events taking place. One thing I like about that concept is that it's not asking me to try to do two things at once and do them well. Instead of focusing on in-person audience and trying to engage those at home, I just need to focus on one audience, and that's the in-person group. As soon as I'm asked to do two things, the quality of what I do is going to go down. Certainly, I have no problem engaging when it's a camera like this and doing lots of fun things to engage that audience through the camera. And I have no problem engaging a room when the people are in front of me, but trying to do them at the same time, one group is going to suffer, and I tend to think that's going to be the people that are watching at home. I will ignore the camera to focus on my in-room audience. So that's one type of hybrid gala. Second type of hybrid gala that we are talking about is doing one whereby I am in the room with a smaller audience of people. Again, think 100, think 150 people. We are engaging a larger audience from the camera. During the Fund a Need, we are acknowledging all the donations that come in, both in the room and on the through the software platform. For the auction, we are looking at doing something that would really just be an online auction. I would highlight the item, and I would tell people, whether they're in the room or whether they're at home, to go online and bid and say it's going to close in an hour or whenever that time period is. So if you think back to 2020 and our virtual galas, there's many ways to do virtual galas, many different ways, just like with hybrid events. And one of the approaches is what I was calling a two-screen solution. I think some other people were as well, meaning that guests were asked to watch the show on one screen and then bid on another screen. In that type of a hybrid gala that I just described, that's what we would be asking people to do, is that guests would be engaged to bid in their live auction through the phone. It's an online auction, not really a live auction. It's an online auction on the phone. And that the only thing that's really happening live would be the fact that I'm engaged with the audience, asking them to make raise the paddle donations, and engaged with the audience at home, asking them to make raise the paddle donations. That's the second type of hybrid gala. For the third type of hybrid gala, we are looking at a situation where I'm not with anybody. I'm in my house. There is a group of people in a hotel somewhere, and there is a larger group of people watching from their own homes. We are going to do a raise the paddle where we're inviting donations, and we're going to ideally do a live auction. But the only way the live auction will work in that environment is if we use some types of software. There's about 6 companies that offer what we call a one-screen solution software, whereby the bids are not affected by latency. I have talked about latency in a prior video. It's a technical term, but one that's very important for you to know. And so we have to use software that has no latency so that as I'm at home taking the bids from the in-person audience and the external audience at their own respective homes, I don't have any delays as to how those bids are coming in. And so in that case, it's a little bit of a different hybrid at all because I'm not even with anyone else. I'm hanging out at my house again. So 3 examples there for you for hybrid events. There's others as well. This just gets the conversation started for us. And if you're looking for additional information on galas, certainly head over to the website, redappleauctions.com, or my YouTube channel. In fact, if you'd like to hit subscribe, if this has been helpful or any of the other videos helped, hit the subscribe button. I'm Sherry with Red Apple Auctions. As always, good luck to you in your fundraising gala.